My name is Caitlin Price.
Hey, I'm Angie Crumpler.
My name is Courtney Nicholas.
I teach kindergarten.
I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. I'm the assistant principal. I teach 8th grade math.
I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies and language arts also in 7th grade.
And I've been at Sacred Heart. This is my third year.
I think this is year 20.
I have been at Sacred Heart for 4 months.
I decided to become a teacher because it was what I grew up with. My mom is a preschool teacher, and I really had like a knack with interacting with the kids. And of course, summer break.
Teaching is actually my third career. I did other things beforehand, and when I went back to school, I decided maybe I wanted to be a teacher.
I originally decided to become a teacher because of the teachers who had been in my life. In becoming a teacher, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with connecting with young people, with seeing that light bulb come on when they finally understand something.
I had been in a couple of schools, and I'd been in the public setting, and I had just gotten burnout. I knew that Sacred Heart was a well-established institution, and I had a lot of friends and family that had gone to Sacred Heart, and so when I was like looking for somewhere else to teach, I knew that, or was hoping that Sacred Heart would be a good fit for me, but knew that I was coming into like a really good school.
I came to Sacred Heart because I had a young son, and we were looking at the school itself for him, and when the position opened up, I decided this is a place I really want to work.
I chose Sacred Heart because of the sense of community here. I really was attracted to the joy I saw in people when I came to pick up my own child here. I am a parishioner here, so I've always been, a champion of this school and wanted to see it be successful. But when the opportunity opened for a middle school position, I jumped on it immediately and haven't looked back.
So once I came back, like I said, I was kind of burnt out after being in the public school. And so when I came to Sacred Heart, I really fell back in love with teaching and realized like that's why I chose to become a teacher.
My children both went through here, and I truly felt like we are a family, and that everybody took care of my kids. And I loved that feeling, and knowing that they were safe and they were happy, and if something was going on, the teacher was going to come talk to me, and I just liked being a part of that. And I still feel that way. I still feel like my kids are my family.
So going all virtual in the spring was really difficult for everybody, but I feel like Sacred Heart really found a good balance. We did an asynchronistic kind of style of teaching, and we provided lessons, and we provided what the students needed, but we didn't really push it, so to say, because Sacred Heart realized that there's lots of other factors were going on.
Oh, I think we did great, and I have to give credit though to Sarah Gaulden being ready for us to do that. We went out on a Friday, we came in on a Monday, and by Tuesday we were up and running. And I think that I think everybody stepped up.
I was teaching in the public school system through the virtual platform. It was difficult. We made it work, but that trying to pivot into a new system and a new way of doing things and still connect with everyone and still have everyone feel like they're getting what they needed was tough, but it was also very doable.
A great thing about Sacred Heart right now in the current model that we're in is that it provides for like all comfort levels, to where you could be in person or you can still be at home and virtual if that's what you feel like is appropriate for you at the time. And it has the most consistent schedule.
For me, at first it was really hard, and I think a lot of that is just learning what's going to be best to engage the kids that are in the classroom and the kids that are at home, and to give them all the experience that I think they need to have in the classroom. I'm a science teacher, and having to adapt everything and no hands-on and all the different things that I would do, I had to change the way that I did it. I love the fact that those kids are able to join in with us, and the way that we have it set up so that they're part of our classroom.
There has been a lot of work to make sure that students still feel connected, that they still feel part of the community, whether they are here physically or they're at home, through the morning meetings, making sure that they're included in different announcements, still coming to church with us. but I really appreciate how the school has pulled together to make sure that every child is still being provided a quality education, is still getting the services that they need, is still receiving, is still learning and still growing and still exploring, even if it looks a bit different than it might in a more kind of traditional sense.
Now more than ever, I think Sacred Heart could use your help. The teachers have been working extra hours and overtime just to really provide what their students need. And they're spending more of their own money to accommodate all the new routines and procedures that we've had to put in place, and to fill in the gaps for what the kids are missing, because this is the new normal. And so trying to make sure that it can be still as fun and as normal as a regular school would have been.
We have almost had to duplicate everything to make sure that people have things at home and here, and if we have to suddenly pivot into another model, that we can be able to do that. And so there is a lot of incredible learning going on already, and for that to continue, we need people's help.
I think they need to give back to Sacred Heart, because everything that I think that we do here is for the kids. When you give to make things better for them, or the best that we can do under the circumstances of where we are. And every penny is used for new technology or something that we might need in the classroom, because we've had to adapt the way that we're doing it this year.
I am so incredibly blessed and joyful that I get to be here this year. Teaching is tough no matter where you are right now, but when I'm here, I feel like I've come home, and I'm hoping to be here for a really long time.
I think we each put our heart into this, and when you say, I give Catholic, it's you're giving from your heart, and we here are working from our heart and doing what we can for our students.